Solomon has a palace built for himself. It's much bigger than God's house and takes nearly twice as long to build, but he at least does make the fancy things out of bronze instead of gold, not equaling his house with the house of the Lord. It does seem to show something of his heart to feel the need for a bigger and better palace than his father had already built. It will draw the attention of the world, along with his famed wisdom. They will marvel at the wealth and extravagance of it all. His palace seems to have a name, the House of the Forest of Lebanon. King Hiram of Tyre rules over the forest of Lebanon, and his men are cutting down trees and shipping them to Solomon. He's naming his house after something of the Philistines, which seems off to me, to name your dwelling after the glory of another land, though future home to Israel. Solomon names other things as well. He names 2 pillars, Boaz and Yakin. I looked up their meanings. Boaz means strength, and Yakin means firm, or he who strengthens. He is holding up his house with pillars of strength. What is holding up your house? Jesus teaches a parable of 2 houses, one built on sand and the other on a firm foundation of rock. The house built on sand collapses during a storm, and the other stands firm. Jesus then teaches that those who build their house on the rock are those who obey God's word. Jesus is the rock of our salvation and the living word. We build our lives on Jesus. He is our strength. One way husbands and fathers can build their lives on God's strength is obeying the command to love their wives and train up their children without embittering them. Children can build their lives on the rock by honoring and obeying their parents. A wife and mother can build her house on the rock of Christ's strength by loving her children and respecting her husband. Proverbs 14:1 says, "The wise woman builds her house, but with her own hands the foolish one tears hers down." Build your house on the strength of Christ.